everyone, Coach Jamie here at Functional Lifestyles. Today I am going to walk you through a breath and mobility sequence. This will be about 15 minutes because part of our 21-day holistic nutrition challenge is to do 15 minutes of mobility and breathing each and every day of those 21 days. So I invite you to come along and join me. Maybe have a mat out or just get comfortable. We're going to start off sitting on the floor, however you feel comfortable. It might be cross-legged for some of you, or others it might even be a tall kneeling position. I invite you to close your eyes and place one hand on your heart, one hand onto the belly. As you breathe in through your nose, I'd like you to take in as much air as you think you can take in. Let it go into the belly, into the sides of your ribs. You should feel your bottom hand move. Let the exhale come from the back of the throat. It might sound like an H-A ha sound. Notice when you do that, your bottom hand moves in as well. Let's breathe in through the nose. Breathe into the belly, not into the chest, and expand. Let the exhale come from the back of the throat, an H-A ha sound. Take that one more time through. Big inhale through the nose. Exhale from the back of the throat. Go ahead and open your eyes if they were closed. Next, we'll start off with opening it through the shoulders. Let's inhale and bring the shoulders up to ears. And as you exhale, pull those shoulders back down into sockets. And you can do this slowly to begin with, bringing some movement into the joint. The shoulder joint loves to be mobile. If it feels good, you might take even larger circles and maybe even going a bit faster. Let's take those shoulders forward. Throughout the day, especially if you sit down for a long period of time, you might notice that this particular area, or even your neck, gets tight. So by bringing some movement and mobility to the shoulders, you're really going to bring a lot of health to your upper body. All right, from here, let's go ahead and take, I will mirror you by the way, let's take your left ear to your left shoulder. And let's take your right arm off to the side. And in doing this, you might feel a little bit of a stretch right into the region of your neck. If you've ever sat for a long period of time, or even on a cold day, this happens to me, I'll shrug my shoulders up. We want to unshrug and open and lengthen this part of our body. So as you're doing this, you might notice a deep stretch into the neck, into the bicep, even shoulder, part of the chest. You can even go further back with your right arm. If you are ready for a little bit more, you might take your thumb and turn it downward. By changing our hand position, you may even access other areas that are experiencing tightness. So hang out here, take the same deep breath you did at the start of our practice. You can even take the top of your right hand and place it at the small of your back. And again, you might notice some deeper opening into that shoulder. At any point in time, if these movements feel a little too much, just stop along the way or take the regressed option. We're gonna go ahead and slowly reverse the way we came in. Let's take it to the other side. Let's go ahead and take your right ear to your right shoulder. Extend through your left arm. So maybe this is where you want to stay. If this is all the stretch you need, I will happily accept that. But if you are ready for a bit more, you'll take your left hand, move it a bit further back. And you can stay right there. Or just like I offered on the first side, you can turn that thumb down. And that just changes the rotation to give you a little more access and opening the arm. Maybe the top of your hand goes to the small of your back. And just take some deep breaths. And anytime we are in a stretch, especially if you identify with being inflexible, holding a position and breathing deeply into it, that really allows you to welcome this position into your body. So you don't need to stretch hard to get the benefit. In fact, I invite you to take it down a few notches just so that you can breathe. Let's go ahead and reverse the way we came in. All right, let's go ahead and work our way onto our backs. So I'd like you to go ahead and lie on down, and we're going to take both knees into the chest, hugging the knees inward, and let's move those knees in circular movements. In this circular motion, it might feel like a little massage into your lower back. If this doesn't feel great, I invite you to just hold still. If it does feel great, you might increase the size of that circular pattern. And of course, we're going to take it to the other side. Let's move the knees counterclockwise. Tiny circles to start. Maybe even a little larger once you're feeling good. And now we'll separate the knees apart. And let's move the knees in different directions. When we move our knees, it also moves the hips. And so we're really bringing mobility and flexibility into the hip sockets. We can move the knees inward. From here, let's extend the hands and feet up towards the sky. We'll move the ankles and wrists outward, just articulating the joint and noticing what feeling comes with it. Does it feel particularly nice? Is it sticky in one region? That's not unusual. Let's move inward. On this next breath, we're going to point the toes and round the wrist. And you might feel this in the tops of the forearms, maybe even the tops of your shins. Let's pull the toes back and the fingertips back. And here you might feel this in the lower legs. Those are the calves. You might even feel this into the hamstrings. But if you feel this right behind your knee, go ahead and soften those knees. We want the musculature to open up, not so much the ligaments. Let's do that again. Let's point the toes and around the wrist. And we'll flex. And from here, we can even move the hands and feet left and right. This next stretch you may have done before. Let's take that right ankle and place it above our left knee. Not on top of the knee, but right above. This is figure 4. With both hands, interlace them underneath your left thigh, and we can pull in towards our body. And if you are noticing that you are able to take a deeper stretch, you would just pull your legs closer. Pay close attention that you're not lifting your head up off the floor, but relaxing. That's the name of the game today. So pull your legs in towards your body. Notice the stretch in that outer hip region and take a few deep breaths. Remember, we're looking to truly relax into these positions. When you are ready, we're going to go ahead and slowly work our way to the other side. I invite you to reverse the way you came in. Switch out the legs, placing the left ankle above the right knee. With your hands, interlace them underneath your right thigh and pull in a little closer. And you might notice that one side is much easier to get into and the other side not so much. My little tip for you is if you are doing this and you have some time to spare, I'd like you to notice which side is tighter. On that side that is tight, just spend a little more time there. And from here, we'll slowly reverse the way you came in. And from here, I'm going to invite you to bring both knees into your chest again. All right. Here, I'm going to say, open up the arms long to a capital T, like the word time. I would like both knees to move off towards your left side. Your right shoulder should stay down. With your opposite hand, hold your legs. Your hips may stack, they may not. What I'm looking to feel here is a spinal twist. The twist you might feel into that lumbar region of your spine, that's your lower back. You may feel this in that outer hip. Some may even feel this into the right shoulder that's anchoring down. I'll turn my head all the way off my right shoulder to get a true twist of the spine. So I have my lower back, I have my mid back slightly stabilizing, and my neck twisting in the opposite direction. We are going to slowly switch on over to the other side. Bring the knees to center, knees off to the right side, and I'd like your head to go over towards your left. So again, hips should stack, arms are long, and we're breathing into the stretches. As deeply as you were when we were at the very start of our practice. I invite you to come on back to center. And from here, let's bring both legs up to the sky yet again. Let's talk about those hamstrings. Those are the muscles that live behind your upper legs. What I'm going to invite you to do here is take your left foot and bring it right down to the floor. Let's focus on just the back of that right leg. With both hands, you can grab underneath the right thigh and simply hold. If you say, Jamie, this is really as far as I can go, that is a-okay. I'd like you to spend some time and breathe right here. But if you have a little more access, bring that leg a little closer towards your body. Again, we're looking to really test the limits or upper limits of where we feel like our end range is. A great way to gain flexibility is to just gently feel that discomfort and sit in that discomfort for a while. We are here for one more big inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. Go ahead and switch to the other side. Other leg extend. With your hands, grab. And if you feel as if doing some of these stretches, they are so far removed than what you're comfortable with doing, maybe in the next time we do some yoga postures, I'll show you how to use props. Because right now, if holding your leg feels a little like too much, there are ways where you can still participate without having to express it fully. We'll be here for another big breath. Exhale, sigh it out. We'll go ahead and release that leg. We'll take this to one more posture. I'd like you to bring both knees into your chest yet again. We will separate the knees, and you can grab your shins or even your feet if you're able to go there. And we'll pull the knees downward towards the mat, opening into the groin and adductors. As we do this, we're going to let gravity do the work of opening our body. If you feel like you have some range, you might even extend your legs to, again, dig into the inner thighs, into that deep hip region. Give yourself a few moments to settle in. A great aspect of doing these stretches while lying down is that it automatically relaxes us, maybe compared to standing. Let's go ahead and bring the legs together. Bend those knees down. We'll extend the legs long. Let's bring the shoulders away from our ears. Take a moment to settle. Give yourself one more deep breath. Exhale it out. Let's bring the arms overhead. I invite you to turn your body towards your screen and gently press away from the earth and have a seat. I'd like to thank you all so much for joining me today in this little mobility sequence, and I will see you next time.